It's still your motherfucking set. Sounds good. Kind of rolls off the tongue. It is still your motherfucking set. Where does this come from? What is the roots? What is the background of ISYMFS? Well, it comes from a place that is most unlikely for it to come from. I say unlikely because it came from my mom and her life. And she is the last person on earth that would ever say anything like that. But leave it to her black sheep son, me, and to come up with something like that. How can I derive it is still your motherfucking set from my mom's life? Well, I'd have to tell you a little bit about her life so maybe you can understand why I say it. It is the condition of her life and what she lived through, the circumstances that she dealt with and lived through her adult life is where it was derived from. To say the circumstances were difficult is an understatement. I remember my mom, when I was very young, as being a very strong, physically strong, Amazonian type woman. She used to pick all the neighborhood kids up and swing them around on her arms. This is my mother I'm talking about. She'd go out in the front yard and 3 or 4 kids would climb on one arm and 3 or 4 kids on the other arm. She'd swing us all around like we was on a fucking ride at goddamn Disneyland some fucking way. That's like a fucking merry-go-round. Up and down. That was my mother. She was strong. I remember those memories go back to when I was very young. Because most of her adult life, as far back as I can remember, when I was probably 8, 9 years old, was when I first remember my mother having to go to the emergency room because she couldn't breathe. So this strong Amazonian type woman, so alive, full of life, strength, vigor, looked like nothing could ever hurt her. I seen her wither away. I seen her strength leave her. I seen her strong singing voice that she was known for disappear. My mother could barely talk above a whisper most of her adult life. So when we would hear her call us, it would just be a whisper. But we came accustomed to that whisper, and we could pick that whisper out, and we knew Mama was calling. So I knew that was my mama's whisper. When I died 3 times on the operating table, I heard my mama's whisper. And I knew it was her because I heard that whisper all of her adult life and much of my life. So she was in and out of the hospital, in and out of ambulances, emergency rooms, and each time she had done it so much that each time it was almost something that we were accustomed to or used to. Okay, mama's in the hospital again. So we were used to her going in the hospital, receiving treatment, and coming back home. But the last time I seen my mother, she was laying on her kitchen floor. And she was preparing my father's breakfast as usual. Now, my father was healthy. He was fine. But my mom was accustomed for the last 50 years of her life to serve my father's breakfast to him. Whenever she wasn't in the hospital, she was his servant. And I remember one particular incident when it was her birthday. I went to give my mother her birthday present. And I was infuriated. I was pissed to see my mother cooking dinner for my father on her fucking birthday. I was so mad. And I told my mother, I said, let me say something to this motherfucker. Let me tell him to get up off his own fucking ass and go fix his own fucking dinner. It's your birthday. That's what I wanted to tell him. But my mother told me that she didn't have to do it. She did not have to. She was not forced to do it. She told me that she wanted to. And that was really hard for me to accept. But she said, I want to do it, son. He's not making me do it. I feel that it's my duty. Sick, well, it don't matter. Mama always said, whenever you asked her, how you feeling? How you feeling? She would always answer, I'm blessed. If she was up or down, her answer was, I'm blessed. I'm always blessed. Another day in the land of the living. I have another day in the land of the living, so I'm blessed. I'm blessed to still be alive. That was her answer. I am blessed to still be alive in the land of the living. So I got from my mother's example, no matter how bad the circumstances, no matter how sick you are, or the condition that you're living in, you are still living, you are still alive. So you have another chance. The only time you cannot change, you cannot improve upon your circumstance is if you are dead. So if you ain't dead, motherfucker, it is still your motherfucking self. You still have a chance to change your condition. And don't complain to me about shit that's going on that you have no control over. You're worried about what the other motherfucker is doing. You so busy worried about what the other motherfucker is doing, you can't even do what the fuck you gotta do to change your situation. I wonder what Ralph is doing. Fuck Ralph. That's Ralph's motherfucking problem. You worry about you. I wonder what Susie is doing. Fuck Susie. You worry about your motherfucking ass and what you need to do to improve your motherfucking situation. Fuck your excuses. So from my mother's example, when I died 3 times on the operating table and I came out of that situation after I heard my mother's whisper asking the good Lord to spare my life, after I heard that whisper that I heard my whole fucking childhood, I can say from my mother's example, I'm still here. I'm still alive. So I can sit here and feel sorry for my motherfucking self, or I can get the fuck up and be grateful that I have an opportunity to change my goddamn situation. I can sit here and cry, but that shit ain't gonna do me no motherfucking good. I had to undepress my motherfucking self. I hear a whole lot of motherfuckers say, I'm depressed. Undepress your motherfucking self. It ain't gonna help you to be depressed and sitting there moaning about your motherfucking situation. Be glad that you're still alive, motherfucker. Because as long as you're still alive, you got breath in your motherfucking body, you have a chance to do something about it. You can change your situation. But you can't change a goddamn thing sitting there complaining about it. The fuck up and do something about it. Do something, motherfucker. Change your fucking situation. Stop complaining about it. Because that ain't gonna help a motherfucking thing. You're above ground, you breathing. So guess what? It's still your motherfucking self.